Hi there, welcome to Caroline's Craft Adventures. Today what we're going to do is we are going to cover this can. This is just a plain old like a vegetable can. Washed it out, cleaned it. Didn't have to clean too much, that's okay because this is all going to be covered. But what we're going to do is we're going to make like a little pencil holder, scissors holder, paintbrushes, what have you. But it's going to look really cute because it's a little different take on something that I've seen. So what I have used, what I'm going to use is this is called Tree Wrap Tuffle. Now, I didn't know that that's what this was when I picked this up a long time ago. It's funny because it was a little bigger, but I used it. I picked it up because it looked like tree bark. And of course, guess what? That's what it's for. You're supposed to wrap it around your tree and to deter like little animals and stuff, squirrels and whatnot. But of course, I found a different way to use something because that's what we do, right? Crafters like to do that. So for this, I'm going to use this because this is what I have. You can easily use burlap. Would be great on here, which I have burlap, but I have a lot more of this stuff. So I thought, well, I'm going to try this and see how it works out because it's the right color. I'm looking for earth tones. I'm looking for like browns and greens and stuff to cover this. So what I'm going to use is this. And like I said, you could use burlap. Another idea is twine. You could use twine because it's got that same brown kind of earth tone effect, and just wind that up around. Okay. You could do that. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to wrap this with all this. And so you will need a little bit of moss, a little bit of a brown covering, the base covering to cover this. You could use bark. That's what I'm going to use is bark. You could use sticks if you have access more to just the sticks in your yard or what have you. But I'm going to mainly use bark, moss, to cover this. Okay. So, and I'll show you how this is done. And you will also need glue sticks and a glue gun. Okay. So you're going to have your glue gun because you want this stuff to stay stuck. You don't want to have to sit there and hold it or bind it to keep, because you're just going to keep going. Okay. I'll show you how this is going to be done. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to cover this like this and glue it down. And then I'm going to proceed to cover this with pieces of bark and moss. I'm going to put the moss in between the pieces of bark. Okay. So this is going to look so cute, you guys. I can't wait till it's done, but let's get started, all right? So I'm going to do, I've got my glue gun already heated up, and I've got my extra sticks close by because you know you inevitably will need them, okay? So I'll throw that down there, and I'm putting it just underneath that lip. Now this can get hot when you put the hot glue on, okay? So just be careful, right? And I guess I'll throw a little bit of glue down here too. I'll do that too. I don't really need to, but I'm going to. Okay, and I'm pressing down and I'm turning. I want this to be up here. There we go. All right. Okay. So what I did is I pre-measured my tree wrap stuff. Okay. And you might have that. I don't know. I had never seen it before. And, see, sure enough, I'm running out of glue. Got to get another glue stick in there. So I found this, I don't even remember, somewhere at like a sale somewhere, something like that. Go. And that's the one thing we love about hot glue is it's immediate. The immediate satisfaction. You got to love that. Okay. See what I'm doing? I'm gluing that down. And I'm just going to cover that, right? This doesn't have to be perfect, right? Nothing is, because that's all going to be covered, okay? And I think, in fact, since that's like that, that's the first thing I think I'm going to cover. So I'm going to sort through my little box. I collected some of these outside. And, Yeah, that'll look good, just like that. Ooh, I like that. All right. And you can always trim this off, the ends. That's no problem, because this is the top, this is the bottom. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to get some of my, we got our good scissors and then we got our not so good scissors. So I'm going to use my not so good scissors and I'm going to clip that off and try not to get it in my coffee. Okay. So I'm just going to put some hot glue here. And so like I said, what we're doing is we're hot gluing this tree bark. Now, if you want to use regular glue, if that's all you got, that's fine, but you're going to have to secure, see that instantly? It's instantly on there, right? So I covered that seam immediately is what I did, okay? So now I'm going to proceed to just kind of work around. Maybe, let's see, I'm doing some of these other pieces and they might not all work. But like I said, you can always, yeah, see, I don't know if that's going to work or not. I might have to break some of these apart. Excuse me. So I think what I've got, that would work. That looks all right. That looks kind of cool. I'd have to break off some of these pieces here. There we go. And it's brittle, so it's going to break apart. All right. So I hope I have enough bark here. Guess I'm going to find out, right? Okay, because that's what we do. We just like to play on here, so. And like I said, all this stuff, I'm kind of pressing down. This is all these little pieces, the extra spaces are going to be covered with moss. Now, I also have different kinds of moss, too. Different colors moss. You could use peat moss, this stuff. You could use the, like, sphagnum moss. Is that what it's called? Whatever you want. Anything to, you know, the grayish ones. You can use that gray kind. I've got the green kind because that's what I like. And then I've got this other moss. So, but that's going to come afterwards. I guess I could do some. But I really would like to get this covered first with pieces of bark to see how much I can get done. And then I'm going to smush those other little pieces in there. Okay. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. So you just kind of eyeing this, you know. It's not an exact, precise art here. And that's okay if this stuff, if the these cover this part, that's fine. It looks kind of cool, okay? So I think I'll put some of this down here. One like that. Let's see here. Some of these I think I'm going to have to break up or something because they're not quite. There we go. Oh, that looks kind of neat. I have to turn it over. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Looks like this tree had some termites in it, I guess. What that is. Okay, so we got that. We got this one. Ooh, that's cool. Looks like burled wood right there, doesn't it? But so basically, this is what we're doing. So you just keep going, okay? And I apologize because I don't know how to do the pause and all that stuff. I'm not a professional. I'm a professional crafter. That's about it. I don't know how to do all the other stuff on here. So I could pause this, but then I wouldn't be able to start it back up. So there we go. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is put more glue here. Go. So you can see I'm just grabbing random pieces, okay? Oh, that didn't quite stick on there. Make sure you got enough hot glue close at hand for you to use, okay? Looks pretty good. I like that. What do you think? Maybe like that. Okay, I hope I'm staying in frame because I'm focused on this. There we go. Okay. And like I said, don't worry about missing there we go, spaces because you're going to put your peat moss in there. Oh, I didn't quite get all that all the way down, did I? Oops, I'm running out of sticks again. So yeah, this is basically it. But I just love the way this looks when it's done. Go. Okay, now I'm gonna put some more glue down. There we go. Right. Yeah. See, we're almost already completely full. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks neat. Check that out. That looks cool. Could try not to make this too difficult. You know, you got to kind of put the pieces where they are. But I like that. I like that a lot. And I do, you notice I'm working over this box because there's a lot of little dirt and pieces, parts falling off of here, you know. That looks cool. Looks good. Okay. So we're just putting all these little pieces on here. Okay. Right. So we'll keep going. And I don't know. I think this is very fun. This is a super fun one because you really are never going to have two that are going to be exactly the same. You know, it's just going to look really cool the way that is. And I went ahead and broke that. That's okay. That's all right because I like the way that looks. I'm gonna put that little guy in there. One piece there. There we go. Let's put this right here, huh? That looks kind of neat. I'm going to try that. There we go. Oh, that looks cool. As long as that bottom is flat. You just don't want to have any of these hanging off the bottom. It's okay if they're on the top. And then I'll take all the strings and stuff off, you know, that's no problem. And glue everything down when I'm done. Go. Doesn't that look cool? I love the way this is coming out. So I'm just going to fill in all the little bottom parts. I am using a lot of glue, no doubt. So make sure you got a lot of pieces. Here we go. That looks good. Look at that. Ta-da! Wow, that couldn't have worked out any better. Okay. And, ooh, that looks cool like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not being shy with the glue, guys. It's like you're building tree beard, you know? Isn't that fun? There we go. Ooh, that looks cool. I like that a lot. So like I said, you're going to fill in all the spots. This bottom, this was just a base. So you don't have the shiny can showing underneath. That's all. Know what I mean? There we go. There we go. Yeah. So the bottom of that's still flat. And like I said, around the end, we'll pull off all the strings and stuff. Okay. So we got plenty. Oh, I got some stuck on me. We got plenty of little bits. I don't know. That looks pretty good, guys. What do you think? Please leave your comments, okay? I would love to hear your feedback. This was like so fun. I really enjoyed doing this one. Okay. All right. Well, that's mostly covered. So now I'm going to get out. Let's try a little bit of this. And just stuff it in some places here. Let's see here. Don't need too much. Yeah, that look good. Got a little space there. So we're gonna drop some glue in there. And voila. Now we're holding this down. I hope I'm in frame. Okay. See? So it looks very outdoorsy, which is what I like. And I got some of this fluffy deer moss. Isn't that cute? Looks like something from the bottom of the sea. You can do the different colors, you know. That's always fun. I think I might do a little bit more of this. I'll just pull some of this stuff out. Do little bits of this here, okay? And you ball it up like that if you want to, okay? That's how you get it kind of rein it in, right? Kind of rope it up a little bit. And then there you go. So I'll put some more. Mishap. Man down. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to get another glue stick because we're going through the glue sticks. I think I'm on 3 now. And that's all right. There we go. Got my ball of peat moss there. Pressing down. Okay. And you can tame that, you know. You can clip this off if it's too fluffy for you. That's all right. You know. That's okay. And then I might do a tiny bit of this deer moss just to get a variation of colors going here. Okay. I am going through. Because you want it to look kind of wild. You want it to look a little bit different. And I like having the different colors. So I'm going to trim that down. You know why? Because we can. There you go. All right. I just like having a little tree beard here. And then you could put a little face on there if you want to. You know, I think that would be cute. All right. Where should we put this? Ooh, yeah, let's put that up there. I hope I'm keeping this in frame. There you go. What do you think? Make sure you comment. Leave your comments. Good, bad, or indifferent. I like them all because I like to get other ideas from other people. You know, maybe your thoughts. Maybe you have a better way of doing this. You know, maybe you've done it before, and maybe you had better success doing it a different way. You know, there's no wrong way to do this stuff. It's just an artistic expression is what we call this. You know, you're just doing your thing and seeing what's going to happen here. There's no way 2 of these are going to be looking exactly the same. So, there you go. I'm pressing that into the hot glue, being very careful. Okay. Right. I might glue that down a little bit more here, just a tiny bit. Trying not to get too much of those strings, but you know how that is. It's almost inevitable, isn't it? There we go. There we go. Okay. So you get the idea. So I just keep going. And basically, this is what you're going to end up with. Okay. And like I said, if you wanted to, Would be super cute to put like little googly eyes on here if you wanted to, or one big googly eye. Or you could make those dragon eyes. People have the dragon eyes that you can get like buy at the store, craft stores. Those are cute. So you'll see the finished product of this probably in another video. But I just wanted you to get the gist of it because I don't want this to be too terribly long. Oh, we're doing pretty good on time. Let's see here. I'm gonna do some of this moss. I'm gonna do some of this. I like to get the different variations in color, you know, a little bit. Something a little different. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks really good. Okay. And then, go. There we go. See? Do you see what we're making here? It's like a little mini fairy meadow right on your desk, you know, because then you just put all your pens and paintbrushes in here, you know, what have you, all your stuff. This little thing I got here, you know, this kind of thing, your scissors and whatnot. Okay, so pens or what have you, but yeah, I don't know. I just love the way this is coming out, guys. I really do. I'm digging it. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? I know I am. I love nature. I love nature. It's so beautiful. Actually, today I was looking at a couple of little cardinals outside. And one time it was funny because my husband asked me, he's like, when did you become so interested in birds and nature and all this stuff? And I was like, I've always been interested in this stuff, which is the funny thing. I don't know. Do you become interested? I guess you can. But that stuff's always fascinated me. Because I'm like, I've always wondered, like, what are these birds saying to each other? You know? Like, they're tweeting back and forth, and what are they saying, you know, to each other? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're doing this. Like, hey, do you know how to build a nest? Here's how to build a nest. You know, maybe they're talking to each other about that. I have no idea. But, you know, it's so cool. Nature is amazing and fun. And I guess I just like using stuff from nature because it's bringing nature in, you know. So, in fact, I just thought of that. I have some fake butterflies. Maybe I'll throw a fake butterfly on there. Wouldn't that be fun? Like just a little fake butterfly, you know? That would be pretty, wouldn't it? That's not a bad idea. I think we should do that. If I had them right in front of me, I'd grab them, but I don't. They're actually back in my craft room area, so I don't have time to go grab them. But like I said, see all these different ideas. That's what we do, right? All these ideas are born from just starting somewhere. You gotta just start somewhere. That's very important. That's what somebody told me a long time ago. Just start. Because if you don't, you will always wonder. So just do it. And that's funny because just do it. That's been my saying for, I can't even remember. I was a little kid. You got to try it, right? You just got to give it a go. See what happens. And I'm just grabbing now. I'm grabbing all kinds of stuff here. What do we got? We got moss. We got some of this. Let's try some of that. That's pretty. Stuff that in there, and you can always use your scissors to have that close by, right? Okay. See, look how pretty that is, you guys. Look what it's turning into. So I'm just basically put these all down first, all the pieces of bark. If you don't have the bark, I don't know if I said this before, you can use these. These are just sticks from outside. And just cut them all down. You don't cut them all down. I would just break them in half, break them into pieces or whatever, and then just put them all around, and then you could put the moss in between them or what have you. Yeah? So I like the way this moss looks. I like the variation in textures, the variation in colors. I think it looks pretty cool. I hope I'm not getting my big head in the way. But you never know. That's almost inevitable sometimes with me. Big head, big hair, it happens. Okay. So I'll throw this a little bit down there. Because you don't need very much. You do not need much. And funny thing, I had moss growing on the side of my house. I had some, found some in the yard. Kid you not, this was last summer. What I did is I wanted a terrarium. You know what a terrarium is? It's the little glass thing, and then it's got a lid on top, and you spritz it with water, and you can kind of keep plants alive. People have moss in there and stuff. Seriously, I just dug up a little bit about this big. Excuse me, sorry, my allergies are kicking up. Put it in a little terrarium about this big, about 5 inches around with a little lid. I'm not kidding you. That thing stayed alive for a year and a half. All I did was spritz it. And then I put some like little dried flowers in there because I thought it looked cute. I was like, holy cow. So yeah, moss lasts a long time. This just happens to be store-bought. But yeah, you can, it's amazing. It's amazing. Nature is just amazing. You can bring a little bit of nature in sometimes. That's all right. And I love tree bark because I like the variations in the color. It's interesting. It's beautiful. See, check that out. So I'm just spreading that out there. Okay. And like I said, you can tame this, cut some stuff off if it's too raggedy for you. See, there's a little piece hanging down. Snip it off. No biggie. It's coming together. Yeah? All right. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do some more of this putting these little bits on here, but you get it. So you can use, this is a smaller, regular, like 16-ounce can. You could use the 32-ounce cans would be better or bigger for sure. Would be, you know, I don't know. I thought about using it, but I hadn't used the stuff in it yet. So I had one of these. So this is what I used. So, yeah, anything that's like a metal like can, I said would be best because if it's even bigger, you could put plants in it, you know. I wouldn't put the dirt in there, but you know, you could have like if you have a plant that's in like a plastic container, you could just drop it in. I mean, the sky's the limit with these guys. You could do so much stuff with this. This is so fun and it's pretty and it just looks very earthy, you know. So it's just a little bit of nature on your desk. And like I said, I'm going to keep filling in little bits here, but I think you get it. So yeah, I hope you liked this one, guys. This was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you coming out and coming and play with me because it was a lot of fun. And please like and subscribe to Caroline's Craft Adventures, and I'll take you on another adventure soon. Okay, so I hope you like this one. Okay. And again, visit my Etsy shop, Caroline's Crafted. Sorry, that's the other one. It's from Charlotte's Attic is my Etsy shop. And yeah, so please comment. What do you think? Do you like this? I like it. I really like it a lot, you know. So y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.